ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
With years of experience in helping companies grow, solve problems, and work more efficiently, Mr. Rajiv Hira, Managing Partner at RHMC Management Consultants, brings valuable insights into how smart planning and strong leadership can lead to success. In this interview, we will learn more about his journey, the firm's mission, and the importance of innovation in compliance-driven services. To know more details, stay tuned.
Definitely, I think we cannot be where we are because of how the rulers and I will say the caretakers of the country are taking care of.
احنا شعوب لها نفدى ثراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. احنا شعوب لها نفدى ثراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. ثاري لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب، صايد أسسها واليوثن وراها، داروا على الدانات سبع أبد.
Welcome everyone to Pearls of Union, a program that sheds a light on the brightest minds and most inspiring figures in the UAE. In every episode, we dive deep into the journeys of exceptional individuals who turn ambition into achievement and challenges into opportunities. And one of those successful personalities is our special guest for today, and he is Mr. Rajiv Hira, the Managing Partner at the RHMC Management Consultants. Welcome, Mr., and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much and having me here.
Thank you. It is our pleasure. So today it's an opportunity to talk about this company as well as about your successful journey. So please, in the beginning, can you introduce yourself to everyone? Tell us about the whole journey and the key milestones in your professional journey.
Sure. I'm Rajiv Hira. So I'm a chartered accountant by profession and served almost like 25 plus years in the professional practice. The core objective, what we do and what we try to look at from our individual perspective is to see how we can bring the financial literacy to the people, help the businesses from a small enterprises to the large enterprises, look at how they can cope up with the challenges and the do's and don'ts of the business, so that we can work effectively, get the right profit, get the right advice, get the right structures, what they need to do for achieving the long-term versus short-term objectives. So that's what, as a person, I'm passionate about. In the journey, we had created multiple aspects. So as we talk right now, there are three broad angles what we work in. We work in advisory space. That means helping businesses on tax and compliance space. We have a training academy, which is working predominantly on training people, and we are KHD approved institution on how we can train the people, get them in the right curve and bring the economy in the right order. And the third, we work with a software arm which is also in the compliance space, to make sure that what people are doing are compliant and they're not crossing the boundaries what is required to follow the organization.
So these are the variety of services that you are providing today in this company. So sir, please let's go back to the beginning, to the moments where ambition and passion first took shape. How would you describe your academic and professional journey?
So the journey started quite a young when you started loving the numbers. So mathematics was something which brought me to the passion. And then the accounting space, and then accounting brought up into the complete commerce and the finance and the dilemma or the working in that culture. So my career started with the multiple organizations and stabilized into the banking space, where I spent 15 years in the banking across Middle East, Africa and Asian markets. And that's where the depth, or you can say the understanding of the market, happened from a finance and accounting and tax perspective. In 2018 is when I started this entrepreneur journey, and this is where we grown up into the 3 enterprises which we talked about.
You know, sir, every path to success comes with its challenges. So what were the toughest moments that you have faced during your career?
So anything you try to do something new in an organization or in the country or in any part of the world or in your personal space also always comes with some challenges. Absolutely. So these challenges has to be looked into how we, 1, cope up with that, 2, how we bring those challenges into an opportunity. And that's where we head into. I'll not say it's all completely aligned, everything fall in place when we started the journey. It was a lone office for a couple of years, and then only the team started building up, then only the concepts started building up, and then only we curated from one aspect to another aspect to another, and created a good, I'll say, framework. People know us for our competence and knowledge sharing, and that's where we want to be known about.
So as more entrepreneurs choose the UAE to launch their ventures, how do you support startups and early stage businesses?
Everyone, I'll say, from my family to my team, which I was operating with me right now, definitely brought up a lot of strength to what we do. They are pillars and the cornerstones of the organization, I will say. Without them, we can't do anything, and with them, definitely we can achieve anything.
So they have impacted your journey?
Definitely.
Great. You know, sir, that every successful venture starts with a clear vision and a strong foundation. So how was the company founded and what vision led to its establishment?
I'll change a little bit of a story in this case. I always say vision gets built as you move along. So 1, yes, you have broader objectives, but as you start working on, as you start curating, you start building the foundation in a different order and a different way. So training was one part which we included after a couple of years, after we found that, okay, there are people who are into the business and who want to learn something more. So that's where the training academy and the training fixtures comes into place. So we keep curating something new, and that's what we'll say the vision kept building it up.
Digital transformation is now reshaping the industry. So how do you leverage new technologies to enhance efficiency and customer satisfaction?
We cannot work with it without a digital space, as very clear it is. From a marketing to even providing your product is completely digital and completely goes into that angle. So we have built up our e-commerce kind of a platform for our training academy, which is e-learning. You can log into our portal, get your courses done. You can enhance your knowledge as much as possible on your own pace. So those are the levels which we have brought up. Our website is quite advanced. Our e-learning platform is quite advanced, which we have brought into. And we keep learning. There is no stop of learning. And I always believe as we move in the profession, learning is the only key which will carry us and drive us further. Absolutely.
So with the growing regulations in the UAE, how do you educate businesses about the importance of compliance?
I'll say UAE is moving faster than what we would have expected. Yeah. Last 2-3 years, it's going completely every month, every quarter we find new regulation or update in the regulation which is coming up. So couple of things which we keep recommending to the business community is 1, be connected with like-minded people, because everything you cannot learn from yourself, you have to learn from others. Yeah. So you need to join the right forum, right people, right associations, right organizations to keep abreast and keep learning the new things. Like your channel is one of that, I can say, where people, when they come along, they will learn something new. They will learn from the experiences of people. So that's very important. From regulation perspective, I'll say definitely we started with no regulation to plethora of regulations, I will use the word, although which are in the right direction. So we got into the VAT, we got into the customs was there in UAE for a longer period, but VAT, excise, economic substance regulation, corporate tax, everything is new. And I'd say everyone is learning as we move along, and the journey has to carry on, it cannot stop. So that's what we say there.
So as more entrepreneurs choose the UAE to start their own ventures, how do you support the startups or in early stages of their businesses?
I think UAE has an amazing space to work it on, and it has brought up the benchmark to a standard which I don't think any country can carry on right now on a holistic way. I'll not talk about one aspect, but on a holistic way, I don't think any of the country can carry on what UAE has got it in last, I'll say post-Corona, the change has been very visible also. It was there before, but after Corona, it is very visible, and we have seen how the organizations are moving. So one aspect we always say is, in UAE, there is nothing called shortcut. You need to plan it in advance, and I always say plan in three aspects. What is your short-term goal, what is your medium-term, and what is your long-term goal? And then look at what organization, what business, what model, what structure you are looking at. So a lot of time people just look at a short-term goals. I think that's not the right approach from a UAE perspective, because changing the goalpost is very difficult, and it's not an easy thing to look into. So one advice, bring up your documentation, get yourself documented in what you want to achieve in, let's say, 3 months from now, maybe 1 year from now, and 10 years from now. So unless you don't have those three aspects, it's very difficult to cope it up. Yes, you can always change your goalpost. I will not say that once you have decided you have to stick to. Based on situation, based on economy, based on market situations, you need to adjust. But that adjustment has to carry on and curate it with the professionals in hand with you.
So you help them to educate the market very well.
Definitely. So we do business modeling for them. We work with them to assign and show them what is the right approach to start the business. In some cases, we pull them down also, saying that don't spend so much to start with. In some cases, we pull them up also, that you can't start with this small amount. You have to have some credible equity to be brought up into the country to work in. So it's not about money only. It's about strategy and money both put together has to be worked into.
No, sir, if I ask you about your future goals, what do you aspire to?
We are working, and we are in the space where we are trying to look at how we can educate everyone in the economy. The education does not count right now student education. We are talking about professional education. Every business entrepreneur, every professional, if they want to strengthen their corporate ladder or the organization, they need to learn. Now the learning can come from, as we say, from the compliance perspective, yes, from a strategy perspective, and from the action oriented perspective, how you can take larger goals into the picture and how to bring it on the table.
So sir, after your faithful journey and rich experiences, you have successfully built your story. So the word of success is not strange to you. How can you define this word today?
So a lot of time people use my surname as acronym. So which is where I feel enjoyed, or you can say, I feel it to be a success. My surname is Hira. Hira means diamond. Diamond shines. So when the people say that this is your name, acronyms to what you are, so that's a very important success which comes into play. Wherever I can help someone and they get their dreams get fulfilled or their achievements get fulfilled, and when you get a tea invite or a coffee invite for that, that's a success for me.
No, sir, based on your experiences, what words of encouragement or guidance you would like to convey through our episode to the new generation and also to young entrepreneurs aspiring to build a career in the same field?
I think one point I will say is there is no shortcut. You have to work it on, you have to learn it, you have to relearn it what you're doing. So that's the most important thing in the current world. Don't aspire for a shortcuts to the 6-month story and getting the maybe a bucks earning, but look at what you can achieve and build up the society. It cannot be built up at a alone basis. So when you're working for your success, you have to ensure the people around you are also successful. So that's what I will say. Keep learning, keep learning, keep learning.
Thank you for your inspiring words. The UAE has for sure contributed to your success story. So what is your appreciation message you would like to convey through our episode to the UAE and its rulers?
Definitely, I think we cannot be where we are because of how the rulers, and I will say the caretakers of the country, are taking care of. They don't only make sure that you are doing the right thing, they also make sure that you are paced up much faster than any other part of the world. So the support which you get from infrastructure perspective, from compliance perspective, from organization perspective, from growth perspective, from strategy perspective, I don't think you can evaluate that, and there is no money you can add up to it. But as a professional, as a business, as an entrepreneur, I can say whatever we are and whatever we are doing is primarily because of them.
Thank you so much, sir. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Wish you all the best.
Thank you for you joining us in our office. It's a pleasure for us to greet you and have a good conversation with you.
Thank you. It is my pleasure. Dear audience, this is the end of our episode. Watch us next week. Goodbye.